On our panel this morning is Tammy Johnson, the author of Financial Foundations books, also Carla McWade, who is a financial planner. So you can tell our theme today is all about your finances. And joining us via Skype this morning is my own father.
Aww.
Hi, Dad. He is a retired financial advisor, and you had some questions for him, Phoenix.
Well, I'm just hoping this isn't just a social moment. Hey, honey, how you doing? How are things? Everything
How's
okay?
the weather?
Are you eating well? Everything good? I know you want to ask her that, Bill, but let's get right into this. I'm sure that when this young lady was just a little pumpkin, when did you say to yourself, I want to start introducing her to financial information?
Well, the most important thing was she was younger was we always talked about paying yourself first, taking a little bit of what you earn, putting it aside for yourself.
I definitely paid myself first a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe a little too much.
One of our panelists is a financial advisor, a financial planner as well too, Bill. Her name is Carla. She has a question for you as well. Go ahead, Carla.
Hi, Carla.
Hi, I would love to know, as a parent, obviously you have a grown, beautiful woman here that has a fantastic job, so you've done a lot of things amazingly, but I'd like to know, is there anything that you wish you would have taught her back when she was little, now that you know more and that you're older and she's older? Is there anything you would have liked to have done differently?
Well, I think maybe introducing the idea of what credit is and what it's all about, especially credit cards, that kind of thing, because of the compounding interest and just how detrimental they are to younger people trying to save and trying to get ahead in life.
I know. I'm sure he has tons of stories he could tell about me, but we're going to go into tax return. Dad, what would you do if you get a nice tax return this year?
Well, I think it depends on everybody's situation, but number one, again, would be to pay down debt, especially credit card debt that's runs pretty rampant. The other thing, of course, is to put money away long-term, perhaps in a TFSA, a tax-free savings account, which is a great long-term savings vehicle. And some people who have even borrowed for their RSPs can take the refund, apply it against the loan, and perhaps get a head start for next year on their RSPs.
You know, a lot of discussion is being had at the water cooler about whether or not some people who are financially poor right now should be getting a second job. The argument is if you get a second job, well, you're pretty much going to spend that money anyway. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, again, we go back to the idea of paying yourself first, and perhaps if you get the second job, take the first couple of $100s and start putting it away each month longer term. And what I found is that you still find a way to pay everything else, your taxes and your rent and car payments or whatever. But you come back a year later and look at the account that you've built up for yourself, and it's very encouraging to do that on a monthly basis.
Why aren't schools, elementary schools, high schools teaching kids more about finances?
Yes, I think they are, but in looking at of course, there really isn't much there. It's usually the teacher themselves that take it upon themselves to teach some of these things. I found, though, that it's really not adequate.
The JAR system. We've heard a lot about the JAR system, and we have a couple of panelists here, too, that really agree with that as well, too. Your thoughts about the JAR system?
Well, really, that falls into line with the idea of paying yourself first. The first JAR is the money you put away for yourself. The second JAR is for rent, and the third JAR for other expenses and things like that. And I guess all I'm repeating is that, that first JAR that you pay yourself first does build up over time.
Important. Pay yourself first.
How's she doing, by the way? We want to know about your daughter's financial situation. Is she doing okay?
Well, I haven't had to open the bank of Dad for a while.
I've gone to the bank of Dad a few times over my life, but
what kid hasn't?
I know. There you go. Thanks, Dad, for joining us this morning from Victoria.
Okay, it's been lots of fun talking to you.
Okay. Enjoy your golfing this afternoon.
104.
See, there you go. He's got a tee time at 104.
I didn't even ask him if he was golfing today. I just knew.
But if you're following the plan correctly, you should be golfing in the afternoon.
Exactly. Yep.
Bill Hutchinson, a financial planner. Thanks for joining us as well this morning.
Yeah. We're going to